Hi, this is Emma from Horse Lumber Demos, and now I'm going to demonstrate how to properly dismount and untack your horse. So, for dismounting, you want to keep hold on to the reins in case your horse tries to go anywhere. And you want to slip your right foot out of your stirrup, just kind of slide over, and then you want to take your left foot out, and then slide down, and then you're down. And then you always want to take your bridle off first, because you want to have your horse tied up when you're taking off the saddle, obviously. And so you want to bring kind of the reins up here so you're ready to grab them. Undo the throat latch. And then you want to grab the reins and the this part of the bridle first. And then you don't want to pull the bit out of your horse's mouth. You want to kind of just let it hang there until they are ready to let it go. Otherwise, it's kind of uncomfortable for them. You unslip it from her ears, and you just kind of slowly let her let go of it. Okay, then she's going to itch, because she's an itchy girl. Come here. You're not going to eat, I'm sorry. Okay, then you want to put her bridle on, or halter, sorry.
What's the difference between a halter and a bridle?
A halter doesn't have a bit, or reins or anything, and it's just for leading, when a bridle is for riding. Okay? You want to tie your horse up.
Whoa.
No, zipper, don't eat. Okay. And yes, that is a special knot for horses, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Okay, and I always like to take my helmet off after she's tied up, because I have to kind of walk away from her when I'm putting away my helmet. So I always kind of like to have her tied up and stuck there. Okay, now for the saddle. She is probably kind of sweaty, so you want to undo the saddle slowly so she doesn't get little bumps and sores. So you want to tuck it from here, you pull it up to undo it, and then you just pull this top level of the latigo out, and we're just going to kind of leave it there for a little bit, because you don't want the air to get to the horse's sweaty self too quickly, because then she'll get those weird bumps and stuff. So we're just going to let this out slowly. Okay. And it depends on how sweaty your horse is. If they're really, really sweaty, which she's not too bad, then you want to walk them around until they cool down.
Do you walk them with their saddle on or without?
With. Because if you take their saddle off when they're really sweaty, then they will get those little bumpy rash thingies. Okay, so then you just tuck your latigo in there. And you come over here.
We're going to go over to the right side of the horse now.
And then the cinch is just dangling here. And you want to take your saddle strings and just do a simple knot. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something to hold it there. Okay, and then if you did have a breast collar, which my saddle doesn't, it would go around here, and you would want to undo that first, because if your saddle happens to slip, you don't want the saddle hanging on your horse's neck. You want it to be more around their back, because it's stronger on their back. So for putting on the saddle, you would do the breast collar last, and for taking it off, you would do the breast collar first. Okay, and then the side with the cinch goes up, because that's the side that's going to be swinging over, where I'm going to put my saddle away. And then, since she is sweaty, we're just going to take the saddle off first. And we're going to leave her pad and blankets. And I'm just going to put this right here for now. And we'll put it away later. And then,
Look, Zipper, you're on camera.
and then you want to take her blanket off. I'm actually going to put my stuff away later, but I'm just putting it there for now. We're going to let her sit there for a little bit, so she can kind of get that air back, but not too fast.
Should I do this in 2 separate videos if you're going to let her sit? Or should I just...
No, it's not going to take that long.
Okay.
Just like a minute or so. Okay. And you kind of just want to slip that off. She's pretty
Look at how
sweaty.
sweaty she is.
Yep, and then the pad, you can see the sweat marks, but that means she got a good workout. Okay. Good girl, Zipper. Okay, and I guess that's about it. And then
groomer.
yes, then you want to groom. Hello, Zipper. And for grooming, if your horse is sweaty like this, because she is wet and sweaty,
Yeah.
you want to really make sure that you get especially the sweat parts really good, because it mostly just feels good to her or him, whatever your horse is. It just feels really good. But so you want to brush right after. But if your horse is sweaty like this, you also kind of want to wait until the sweat dries. So like put them away in their pen or pasture or whatever for like a half hour, and then come back out and rebrush it because sweat is easier to get off when it's dry, and that is when it's dry, that's when you would use this hard metal brush.
Yeah, and she has a video on how to saddle up and mount and on how to groom, which will both be linked down that way.
Yep.
Yes, you just saw my finger. Hi, everybody.
It's McKenna.
Yep.
Hi, buddy. Helping me with my camera problems because I don't know what to do.
Alright, so are you going to close this video?
Yep, so, when you're brushing before or after, you want to get that cinch area because that's where it's really sweaty. That kind of rubber, my cinch is rubber right here and their belly. Because if the cinch is rubbing, then there's no blankets or anything to protect their skin, so they could get saddle sores. So that's a really important part to keep clean. But, so when Zipper kind of dries off, I'll come back out and brush her and make sure she gets a nice, good groom to get all that sweat off. But that concludes my video on how to dismount and unsaddle your horse. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.